Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, it is one of my favorites because we're gonna be talking about the best makeup of 2022. So you guys want to see what they are they different from yours? Well then definitely keep watching. Why I love doing this video so much. It's just so much fun to like sit back and talk about makeup. Now I do have some brand new products sitting in front of me that I tried this year in 2022, but there are definitely still some staples that I still use every single day in my makeup routine. I want to like talk about them in this video, so I might just do like a hey, I still love this, but like they're not new. I ranked them in my 2021 best of makeup, 2020 best of makeup, but I'm still really obsessed with them. But I really want to focus on all the new items that I tried this year. Now we're just going to go ahead and dive straight on into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is complexion products. And the first thing we have is the Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipsing Mattifying Primer. I love this primer so much. I think it does a really good job of helping to minimize the appearance of your pores while keeping you matte at the same time. But I'm going to be really honest with you guys, I do not wear this by itself. I wear it with my Milk Makeup Pro Hydrating Grip Primer, and I also wear it with my NYX, the Marshmallow Primer right here. I do constantly mix it up. I even mix it up with the One Size Beauty Secure the Blur Primer. I don't just wear it by itself. I like to mix and match because I do get really, really oily. But I didn't want to necessarily mention those products because they are amazing, but most of these you guys saw me talk about in 2021 and 2020. So like those are like honorable mentions. But for the year 2022, I absolutely did love this primer. It's one of my favorites. I keep using this every single day. This will go with me whenever I travel. This is such a phenomenal primer, especially if you mix and match it with other primers in the Milk line, like the Hydro Grip. Say less, it is so good. I didn't really try many other primers this year, so I feel like I don't have as many primers to talk about. Same thing with like foundations. So the very first foundation I want to talk about, this should be no surprise to you guys, but we have the NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation. I don't know why. I am so obsessed with this. I think it's just so good. It is so good. Like I can't get enough. Like this is like pretty much empty. I do have my backup already in the drawer waiting for me. And I feel like my color's off, but it is what it is. But I do absolutely love this foundation. I do get oily when I wear this. Like this is not an oily, skin-friendly foundation. I get really oily, but I like to mix it with the Soft Matte NARS foundation. And I don't know, there's something about this foundation by itself or mixing it with the Soft Matte that really just like helps to make my face look beautiful all day. I do get oily, but like it doesn't separate. And when it doesn't separate, I can actually still save the makeup look by, resetting it with setting powder, just blotting it with blotting paper and whatnot, so I can actually save it. So that's why I really do love this foundation, because it allows my face to be saved. And I don't know, I just think it's so damn good. I have been obsessed with this since I've tried this. You guys have heard me talk to you guys about this foundation all year. I'm obsessed. I freaking love it. The next foundation that I'm still really obsessed with is the Makeup Forever. This is the HD Skin Foundation. I freaking love this foundation. If I'm not using the NARS, I'm using this. I don't know what it is. There's something about this. I just think it's so beautiful. It's very full coverage. It's very long lasting. It gives you a nice, beautiful skin-like finish while containing the oil all day. It is absolutely amazing. I feel like it's definitely underrated, and my bottle is almost empty. So I'm gonna have to get a new one. This is how you guys know that like I really love something, when I can make a bottle empty. Because if you guys have not seen, I recently did a massive declutter. I'm still finishing up my declutter series. I just have my eyeshadow palettes left, which is coming this week. But I did a massive declutter of all my foundations and primers and whatnot. And I really eliminated so many. I think I had like 55 foundations. I limited down to like 19 of that. And this has been a holy grail of mine, along with the NARS. I freaking love it. Another honorable mention would be my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I still really love this foundation. It's a beautiful drugstore foundation, but I have been using this foundation for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now at this point. I've been using it for so long. So that's why like I don't mention it in today's video, because like technically I'm doing the best of 2022, but this is still like amazing. Moving on to concealers. I feel like I didn't try that many concealers this year. I don't know why. I feel like concealers are like my least favorite makeup product to try. I don't know why. But the first one we have, this is the Dominique Cosmetics. This is going to be their This is going to be the first one we have is the Dominique Cosmetics. This is their concealer right here. Now, why I really do enjoy this is because this actually has a metal tip to it. So it's like a nice cooling effect when applying the concealer under the eye. It's very smoothing. It doesn't cake or crease underneath your fine lines or wrinkles or whatever is under your eyes. Like, it doesn't do any of that. It sets very beautifully. It wears well throughout the day. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful concealer. I'm probably like have that much left because I use it all the time. Which, by the way, you guys can use code Allie when shopping anything at you guys can use code Allie whenever shopping at Dominique Cosmetics to save you guys 10%. I freaking love this concealer. I also really do love the KVD Good Apple concealer. This used to the Good Apple concealer. I think this is another phenomenal concealer. I love the way that this conceals under the eye. Like, it has like a nice soft cushion that you guys see right here. It's absolutely amazing. I freaking love it so much. And I just feel like it's a really good coverage. It's actually what I'm wearing today. And I just feel like this did such a good job at like covering, you know, any dark spots, any hyperpigmentation, and just making it look like you're not so tired. Like, I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful concealer. I also really do recommend the Huda Beauty. It's the like faux filter luminous, it's the faux filter matte concealer. I love that concealer so much, but unfortunately I no longer have it with me. If you guys did not see in my primer and foundation video or like concealer video, I actually talked about that concealer. It leaks. Both bottles that I have two different concealers. They both leak. I don't know why, so unfortunately I did have to throw them out, but they are absolutely on a repurchase list of mine to get at Sephora because those are absolutely phenomenal concealers. They do such a great job at mattifying the under eyes and lasting all day without caking or creasing, and they look so beautiful. But mine leak, and I don't know why. You guys saw it in the video where it just was like all over the place. It got everywhere, and I was like, what is this? I was so upset by that. So unfortunately I had to get rid of those. But those are my top favorite concealers. Also, as an honorable mention, I can't like not talk about this. This is still one of my go-to absolute favorite concealers in the world. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix concealer. I have talked about this since I've tried it. I rated it last year. I don't even know if I tried it in 2020. I rated it in 2020. Like, I'm still obsessed. I'm still obsessed. So for setting the under eyes, I didn't really try anything new this year that was really wowing to me. So I still recommend the Jaclyn Cosmetics Basic Brightening Under Eye Eyeshadow Palette, like eye setter. I still think this is freaking great. Obviously, I hit pan. I still love it. I think it's phenomenal. Definitely check this out. Even though it's not new, it's still something that I absolutely use. Okay, so for setting powder, I tried 2 new setting powders this year, but I still have 2 that I have to talk to you guys about. So not new, but that I still think is fantastic. We have the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass setting powder. If you are oily, this is your very best friend in the entire world. This will help to keep your oil at bay for so long without separating the makeup, without giving you flashback, without making you look dry or cakey. This is phenomenal. This is well worth it. This is like what, my 3rd one at this point. I'm gonna need to get another one soon. So it's amazing. Along with my Nakia Joy Cosmetics, this is the Velvet Finishing Powder. I am still really obsessed with this finishing powder. I still use this powder every single day. I like to mix and match it with other setting powders or like set it on top. This does such a good job at blurring the pores and making you look so beautiful and soft and blurred. It's like you have like a filter on your face, but you don't. It's phenomenal. I freaking love it. You guys can also use code Allie to save 15% off whenever shopping at Nakia Joy Cosmetics. You guys have literally, I've seen so many of you guys say that you guys got this because of my recommendation, and I just want to say you're welcome. You're very welcome because it's just that good. Next, new setting powder that I tried this year, we have the Dominique Cosmetics. This is a translucent setting powder. I actually really like this. I don't use it as much on my face as I originally was going to, but I use this every day whenever I'm using eyeshadow. I always tell you guys that like I'm not a pro at eyeshadow. Like I'm really not. But if I'm ever working with eyeshadow and I want to have like a softer blend, or if I feel like my blend is too harsh, I like to use this to go and like blend on top of my shadow, and it just gives me like a nice even blurred effect. Like I blended it more than what I did. There's something about this that's beautiful. It looks beautiful on the face, but it doesn't really hold back the oil the way that I wanted to. So I've actually used it for like eyes, and I think it's phenomenal. I love it for that. But I will say the one that takes the cake this year is the La Mer. This is the powder. I bought this because of the Sephora Rouge sale, and I saved 20% off. It was a $110 powder. I'm still mad at myself for that, but I have to say there's something about this powder that is just godly. I feel my prettiest when I'm wearing this. It just does the best job at making my skin look so beautiful. Granted, like I'm still gonna have pores. Also, I was doing my self extractions this morning, so my pores are a little bit enlarged. But like I don't know, there's something about this I think is absolutely beautiful. It really does make your skin look so flawless. Like it's just, even though like my pores are shining through, you guys can see right there, right? Like my pores are shining through. I don't care. I feel like this still looks really beautiful. It sets the makeup beautifully. It lasts all day. And there's just something about this that I think it's absolutely worth the $110. I would absolutely repurchase this. I can't get enough. I just think it's just that bitch, man. It's so good. For bronzers, I didn't really try as many bronzers this year. I mean, I did, but like I didn't really love as many bronzers. I still have my honorable mentions of like my Marc Jacobs Omega 3 bronzer. I still think this is freaking amazing. And I also am still really obsessed with my Lunar Beauty Outer Dimension bronzer. I still think this is really good. But again, these are not new for the year of 2022. So they're fantastic. But what I really want to talk to you guys about is some stuff that really kind of like took me by surprise that I wasn't expecting to love. The first being this Rare Beauty bronzer stick. It is so freaking good. This is the only like cream bronzer stick that I really, really love. I did my makeup by Mario, but I don't know, there's something about this one that's just such an easy application. You just put it on the skin, you can put it on a brush. It glides on beautifully. It diffuses and buffs so beautifully. It's such a gorgeous color. It's so long lasting. This doesn't separate the makeup, and I don't know, I think this is the one Rare Beauty product that I'm truly obsessed with. I have recommended this bronzer to so many people because I really do think it's just that good of a bronzer. I think Rare Beauty did such a good job that it really makes me want to try other stuff from the brand. I also really love this NARS. This is the Laguna Cream Bronzer. There's something about this that, again, is just so good. It smells incredible. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Jaclyn Cosmetics cream bronzers and like the e.l.f. putty bronzers. It kind of reminds me of that, but there's something about the quality that it's so effortless. You just apply this with a sponge or brush, however you guys wish to do so. I just do a sponge. And I don't know, I just think it's absolutely amazing. I love the way that it applies on the face. I love how easy it is to blend out. I love that it doesn't look too harsh, and it's just the easiest bronzer I've ever worked with in terms of a cream bronzer besides the bronzer stick. I'm obsessed. But the one that I also really, really, really love is the Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is going to be the Pressed Bronzer Palette. This smells like toffee nut. It smells incredible. This is the shade Vitamin D. I actually am wearing this one today. I wear this one all the time, but I just feel like there's something about this that I can't get enough of. I just love smelling it. I love applying it. It diffuses beautifully on the skin when you apply it with a brush. It doesn't leave any harsh lines. It doesn't look too tan, too deep. It just blends really beautifully, very effortlessly, and it just lasts all day. I truly can't get enough of how amazing this bronzer is. I'm obsessed with this one. It's so good. For blushes, I feel like I definitely tried my fair share of blushes. So the first one I'm going to talk to you guys about is Oden's Eye Cosmetics. I freaking love their blushes. They came out with like the Solomon 2 collection, and they came out with these like really fun, innovative highlighters, blushes right here that just are so beautiful. You guys can use code Allie D when shopping at Oden's Eye to save you guys 10% off. But like, look at how beautiful these blushes are. My favorite one, Warm Sun, is my favorite. I feel like this is like the perfect like orangey blush to apply during the summer season to give you like a nice bronzy look. There's something about this so beautiful. And then pairing it with Peach Glam, I love this combination together. I think these blushes are absolutely incredible. I've been obsessed with them ever since I got them sometime in the summer. I just think they're so freaking good. I think Oden's Eye did such a great job with them. I also really am enjoying the, surprisingly enough, the Glamlite Strawberry Shortcake Blush. I thought originally this was going to be too pinky because it looks very pinky, but ever since I've tried it, I've almost been using it every single day. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is very light and pink, but it's just enough to give you like soft peachy glow without being too harsh. It blends beautifully, and it's like only like 10 bucks. I don't know if it's still available. I think they're gonna bring it back. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys can use code AllieD to save you guys 15% off when shopping at Glamlite. You guys know how much I love them, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blush. And then, of course, I have to talk about the Lunar Beauty. This is the Nude Prism Blush Palette. I am obsessed with this blush. I mixed 3 blushes. I mixed the shade Pink Prince, Beauty, and Zeze. I mixed all 3 together to create a beautiful blush. I've been doing this for so long since I got it. I want to say back in April. I've been using this blush nonstop. I think it's absolutely incredible. I love it so much, and you guys can use code Allie. Save you guys 10% off. What? Who am I just throwing around codes? That's weird. That's weird. But then you guys are like saying, oh, you should talk about your codes, and then I feel weird when I do, But yeah, I do have a code with them. I freaking love this blush so much. It's incredible. But I will say that my favorite blush this year, and I know it's not new, but God, it's my favorite blush. I can't get enough of it. It's the Patrick Ta She's Passionate blush. There is just something about this blush that I just think is absolutely incredible. I think it's so goddamn good. I love it so much. I can't get enough of it. And I know it's not new, but like, you can't even find this on Sephora anymore. You have to go to Patrick Ta's website to find this. But there's something about this blush. It is just the prettiest blush. It's so easy to travel with, and I really can't get enough of it. And I know it's not new, but holy shit, it is still my absolute favorite. I'm literally obsessed with it. On to highlighters. Obviously, you guys know that one of my favorite highlighters in the world is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Ice Highlighter. I've talked to you guys about that so much. I love the Ice Highlighter. It's amazing. But I also did find some amazing Holy Grail highlighters this year. So first, we have this beautiful like blush palette from Charlotte Tilbury. Not only is it blush and highlighter, but not only does it have blush, but also has highlighter in here as well. I love kind of mixing these two highlighters together. They're so beautiful. It has a really nice high shine. And I just love the fact that it also has these beautiful blushes in it. I've been using it since I got it. I definitely think it was well worth the $75. Originally, I should talk this. I was like, who would ever pay that money? I did. I paid the money. And I think it's well worth it. I'm very glad that I got it. I think Charlotte Tilbury did a really good job with this one. Next, for like really fun, creative, like highlight looks, I have showed you guys this palette a lot this year. This is Michaela Part 2 highlighter palette from Glamlay. I love this little highlighter palette right here. I think it's so incredible if you guys want to have fun, creative shades. So you kind of have like a blue shift with the shade Starstruck. You have Blinding, which has like a green yellow shift. Then you have like a gold green for the shade Are You Kidding Me? This makes an amazing, fun highlighter if you guys are doing like fun, creative looks or definitely want a spark of color besides just like your normal highlighter color, or you want to add this as an eye topper. I have used this so much this year. I've talked to you guys enough about this. I've talked to you guys a lot about this highlighter. I showed you guys me using this highlighter all the time, how I use it for my inner corner, brow bone, and highlight. And I just think it's really an incredible highlighter. So I definitely want to talk about it today. It's not your everyday highlighter, but it's really beautiful if you're wanting to like spice it up and use really fun, creative highlighter colors. It's amazing for that. It should come as no surprise that I think some of the best highlighters on the market, honestly, are Ofra Cosmetics. I love Ofra Cosmetics so much, and it was just such an incredible experience. One, to work with them, to create like my own little bundle with Ofra was just truly such a moment, because like I remember like when Ofra first reached out to me to like send me PR, I was like, this is Ofra Cosmetics, really tripped me out. But then to actually get to work with them and then go down to the facility and see how everything is made, oh my god, it made me have the most appreciation for how makeup is made. I got to have such a better understanding for it, and I just really do appreciate the entire team at Ofra for taking not only such good care of me and Paige, but for also educating me and showing me like what really goes into makeup. And I am just so beyond grateful to the team. With that said, guys, I'm so excited to say that a portion of today's video is sponsored by Ofra Cosmetics. You guys would know how much I love them. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about the sale. As of yesterday, if you guys saw, I posted on my Instagram stories and on my community page, but as of yesterday, Ofra Cosmetics is doing a 50% blowout end of the year sale. So not everything on the website is gonna be 50% off, but so many incredible goodies are gonna be 50% off. Like you guys are gonna see like one of my favorite highlighters, the Milk and Cookie. This is gonna be 50% off. The highlighter Flash is gonna be 50% off. My bundle with Ofra Cosmetics, if you guys missed out on it, is 50% off. There's so many different eye products. Liquid highlighters are on there that are 50% off. There's so many different lip products, eyeshadow palettes like Empowered, Beachside. There's so many different amazing palettes that I have literally given away this year. I have talked about this year that are actually 50% off on the website right now. Pretty much some of the best sellers on Ofra Cosmetics website, like the tinsel toppers. These are all 50% off. You guys go head over to the website right now. You guys can save 50% off. Now my code does not apply. It does not apply to that right now because you guys are already saving so heavily 50% off. But if there's anything on the website that's not a part of the sale, you guys are more than welcome to use code Allie to save you guys 20% off. And I'm so excited to tell you guys about the sale. I thought it was so cool when Ofra told me about it. I was like, holy shit, like I gotta stock up. But I do talk to you guys today about some of my favorite products from Ofra. So we do have the Ofra Cosmetics. This is the Rodeo Drive and like the Rodeo Drive and like the Hills highlighter. Now they recently relaunched their Rodeo Drive collection where they came out with the Rodeo Drive highlighter, the Hills, and Brentwood, which would be a shade lighter and a shade darker from the Rodeo Drive highlighter. And I freaking love that iconic collection. I actually am wearing the Hills today on my eyes. It is so beautiful. This actually looks so much like the Jaclyn Cosmetics Ice Highlighter. It is phenomenal. This is a liquid to bake highlighter, so literally you are going to get the best quality. Watching this get made was the coolest freaking thing. I actually filmed the process of them making, not necessarily this highlighter, but just highlighters in general. It was so cool to see the process. You guys have got to check it out. But knowing that this was a liquid to bake is absolutely incredible. Of course, we have my All the Lights highlighter. This was a highlighter that I picked out with Ofra. So freaking exciting. I love picking this out. This is such a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. It's not new, but like obviously it's mine, so like I have to talk about it. Obviously it's like one that I picked, so I want to talk to you guys about it, but I really do love their highlighters. They have some of the best highlighters on the market. You guys have absolutely got to try out Ofra highlighters. If you guys have not tried anything from the brand and you want to do so, highlighters are where it's at. They also have an amazing liquid highlighter. This one's actually 50% off. This is the shade Monroe. You guys can see I've definitely shown some love to this. Now, I don't always wear this. This is more on like the summer basis, like when I'm wanting to look more glistening, more high shine, when a little bit more sweaty, like when it's like really nice for that. Like during the winter, when it's kind of more about being matte, I don't wear it for this, but like definitely recommend it for the summer season, especially if you tap it on your collarbones or your shoulders and the sun hits it. It's incredible. I love it. I love Ofra so much. They're truly like one of the sweetest brands. They have taken such good care of me and Paige, and anyone else who works with them can tell you they are absolutely phenomenal. So they have some of the best highlighters. I have definitely had to talk about their highlighters. And I know this is really random, but like their sponge, mine have seen some better days. I actually tried their sponge for the first time when we went down to the Ofra factory. I actually got to try out their sponge because I forgot my sponge, and they gave this to me, and I was like, where has this been? Like, where has this been? Like, this is probably one of the best sponges I have ever freaking tried. I love mine so much. Clearly, it's gross. It's disgusting. I need a new one, and I'm going to buy a new one. I'm actually going to probably buy like 10 because these are some of the best sponges. I mean, not only are they so soft and squishy, but they really do apply the makeup beautifully. They can like crunch up and like get right into that nook and cranny. I don't know. They're freaking amazing. I love it. So that's kind of it for like the complexion products, like the face products. So now we're gonna kind of move on to like the eyes, the lips, and whatnot. Okay guys, so for mascara, if you guys have been on my channel for a minute, you guys will have seen me always talk about the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, the Benefit their Real Magnet Mascara, and the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension. These are still some of my absolute favorite mascaras. I wear them almost every single day, but I also found some new holy grails that I want to talk to you guys about. So the very first one that I use every single day, this is my go-to base. It is the Lash Food Lash Conditioning Collagen Primer. This is phenomenal. Like I talked to you guys about this, I want to say, shoot, like in February or March. I was about to say this year. And this is such a great like lash primer. I usually curl my lashes first and then I put this lash primer on. So it really helps to lift and separate the lashes. And then I followed up with mascara. So the first new mascara that I fell in love with this year is the Tarte. This is the Tarte Lip Tubing Mascara. There's something about this wand. I really love to have a skinny wand that just does such a great job at like separating and lifting the lashes. This reminds me so much of like the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I just think it's incredible. I'm obsessed with it and I have been using it so much. But the one that really kind of surprised me was oh my God. But this is the HD Volumizing Mascara from Ofra. I have been using this now for the last couple months and I have been obsessed. It's actually the only thing I'm wearing on my lashes today besides the lash primer is this right here. And typically I always mix and match my primers. Typically I always mix and match my mascaras because I don't know. I'm anal like that and I like to have different mascaras. But there is just something about this wand that does such a great job at not only lifting and lengthening the lashes, but they separate too. Like I don't know what it's called, but they have like this like little spikes on it that just like, I don't know, grips onto the lash and lifts it. I don't know. It's just so damn good. I will be repurchasing this because I just think it's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm so glad that like I stumbled upon this. I don't know how. I think it was when I did my Ofra trip and I needed mascara. I think this is what was handed to me and I've been obsessed ever since. So thank you. For brows, I have nothing new for brows. I have my Benefit Pomade Brow Made and like I have the Benefit pomade and like the Gimme Brow and the 24-hour brow setter. That's the only thing I use, so it's nothing new. So that's why I like, yes, it's the best makeup of 2022, like it's in the video, but like it's not new. So now for setting sprays, the one setting spray that I really has taken me by surprise is the Until Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I use this every single day. I think it's absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite setting sprays besides my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I freaking love that setting spray, but there's something about this. I just feel like it does such a good job, especially if you're really oily. If you're dry, you're gonna hate this. This is going to cling onto your face. It feels like you're spraying hairspray. It literally feels like spraying hairspray onto your face. But this does such a great job at kind of like making your makeup last all day. It's amazing, and I've really fallen in love with it. And I'm so glad that I found the travel size first, because it was a holy grail in Texas, let me tell you. Now, before I move on to eyes, we are going to go ahead and finish it off with the lips first. So I tried a lot of lip products, but there's just still some that I will always be obsessed with. So first, we obviously have like my Jaclyn Cosmetics like lip liners. My favorite lip liner of all time from Jaclyn Cosmetics is the shade Bourbon. Do I need to say more? Clearly, you guys can see how much love it gets. I freaking love this one so much. She has some of the best freaking lip liners on the market, but I will say I was thoroughly impressed. I was thoroughly impressed with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the lip liner as well. This was so creamy and smooth. It's long lasting. It glides on the lips, so I feel like this would be very comparable to the Jaclyn Cosmetics line. But it's only two shades. I only have two shades, so I can't really get to use it as much as I want to. But I will say that it is still absolutely phenomenal. As for liquid lips, the only liquid lips that I'm still gonna like recommend to you guys is either Lunar Beauty or Jaclyn Cosmetics. Like, these are still my go-to everyday lip products. I'm actually wearing the Lunar Beauty. This is the shade, this is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bourbon Lip Liner with the shade Zaya Liquid Lip, followed by Perfection Tapped On, and then I have my Ofra Truffle Gloss on top of that. But I'm either wearing Jaclyn Cosmetics or I'm wearing Lunar Beauty. Those are like the only two brands of liquid lips that I wear. I also have my famous, like, iconic Aphrodite liquid lip. This is still my absolute favorite go-to red liquid lip. However, Blend Bunny Cosmetics also has a liquid lip, but it's over on my makeup desk. I forgot to grab it, but they also have a beautiful liquid lip as well. I freaking love their formula, but I don't really have anything new besides that to tell you guys about in terms of like liquid lips, because I only loved the Blend Bunny and the Lunar Beauty and Jaclyn. Everything else I'm just kind of like, it doesn't compare. But for lip glosses and lip oils, I highly recommend the Jaclyn Cosmetics. These are going to be the lip oils right here. These are absolutely phenomenal. Jaclyn did such a great job with these lip oils. I use them all the time. Sometimes if I'm just trying to do something very simple, I'll just throw on like my Bourbon lip liner and throw on this gloss right here. This is the shade Honey Drip. I'll just throw that on, and it's so beautiful. It's very easy. It does come off, like it does kind of smear and smudge, but like it is what it is. It's such an easy fix. I freaking love her lip oil. But the best lip oils though that I've tried this year is Lunar Beauty. Nothing can beat Lunar Beauty lip oils. They are the best lip oils in the world. I freaking love them. You guys know how much I love Lunar Beauty lip products. They are still my absolute favorite lip products in the world. These are phenomenal, and you guys can use code Allie to save you guys 10% off. Now, I do want to point out that one of my favorite glosses, like besides Lunar Beauty and Jaclyn Cosmetics, is the Ofra Cosmetics. And it's just this particular gloss right here. This is the shade Truffle. This is my absolute favorite. I have 5 of these. Because it's so good. And like, I've gone through so much of these already because they're just truly beautiful. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is such a beautiful, like, great bronzy, like, lip gloss. And it just like complements any like nude lip that you're wearing. It kind of smells like watermelon. It's very comfortable. It's very hydrating, very high shine, and it is just the best. You guys have got to try this. You'll thank me later. Okay, so for eyeshadows, I actually just did a whole video where I ranked all the palettes that I tried in 2022. I ranked 91 palettes. I have 94. But I didn't try 3 of them, so I didn't feature them in the video, but I ranked 91 palettes. So you guys are gonna kind of see like a repeat in this video, but I'm just gonna kind of go through them rather quickly, because if you guys wanna see more in depth, just watch that video. I'll have a link down below. But for starters, we do have the Nikita Joy Cosmetics. These are the loose pigments right here. I freaking love these so much. I actually just got sent the newest set in PR, which I will be reviewing for you guys this week, but this is so freaking good. You could do so many different looks with these. I freaking love their loose pigments. I also really want to recommend the Ofra Cosmetics. These are the Tinseltown toppers. These were so good. I love putting on like a neutral eye, or like a very soft, like one shade, like bronzer style on my eye, and then putting one of these toppers on top. It is so beautiful, and they're 50% off right now. So for eyeshadow palettes, I have quite a few sitting in front of me, so we're just gonna kind of go through them rather quickly. But we have the Adept Cosmetics. This is the Minka and the Heather Austin palette. I absolutely do love these two palettes right here. The formula on these palettes were truly incredible. Really took me by surprise. I did not expect to love these as much as I did. I had no idea what the quality would be like, and I thought these were absolutely incredible. Definitely looking forward to trying more products from that brand later on in the future. I also want to recommend the Odin's Eye Cosmetics. Anything from Odin's Eye is incredible, but their two freaking Christmas palettes were just so damn good, along with their Solomon Volume 2 palette. Obsessed with that. You guys have got to try their formula if you guys have not already. They're so much like, they remind me of like ColourPop in the sense of formula. You guys know how much I love the ColourPop formula, but these palettes were incredible, and they were ranked in my top like top 5 palettes that I tried in 2022. They are absolutely incredible. I freaking love this brand so much, and I cannot wait to see what they roll out with in 2023. They got me so excited this year. I was so thoroughly impressed with the quality of all their products that I was like, oh my god. Next we have ColourPop. We have like some of my 2 favorite palettes from ColourPop that are ranked pretty high. We have the Aurora and the Honey Sweet As You Can Be. This is the Winnie the Pooh. I freaking love these palettes. I tried so many ColourPop products this year, and these 2 palettes stood out to me the most. I think they're absolutely incredible. If you guys get a chance to pick anything up from this brand, you guys have got to pick up like these 2 at the very least, because they're so good, they're so beautiful, they're so long lasting, and I'm obsessed with that brand. I'm also really obsessed with this Makeup by Mario. This is the Ethereal Eyeshadow Palette. I was so surprised at how much I ended up loving this palette. I think it's so good. I did not pick up the foundation. I know I'm going to get those questions of, did you pick up the foundation? No, because it's a luminous hydrating foundation, and I'm very oily, so I know that it would be a very biased review. I ended up not liking it, so I wouldn't want to waste your time or mine, so I just decided to pass on it. But I will say the eyeshadow palette was really good and really worth it. Definitely such a surprise hit to me this year. I did not expect to love it as much as I did. So good. Next we have the Michaela Part 2 10 Pan palette, the Scooby-Doo collection, and we also have the Hershey Kisses. I've also tried so much from Glamlight, but I will say these 3 probably stood out to me the most. These are my 3 most used palettes this year, besides the Hershey Kisses, but there's just 5 of them in the drawer behind me, and I just don't have the hand space for them. But I really recommend checking out Glamlight if you guys have not done so already. I'm sure they will do sales all the time. They're so freaking good. They have such amazing formula. I'm obsessed with this brand. You guys know how much I freaking love them so much, just like I really do love this palette right here. This is the Spooked palette. This was the Spooked and the Halloween. These are my top 2 favorite Halloween palettes I tried this year. I've already done several videos on these. I ranked them in my top 2022. I ranked them in my top Halloween palettes. These were phenomenal. I was obsessed with these. If you guys have not seen those, you guys should definitely go check out those reviews, because I was thoroughly blown away with how amazing the quality in these palettes were, how perfect they were for Halloween. I was just so blown away by the quality and like the packaging. Hello, it's so good, so good. I think they did such a great job. I freaking loved it. I highly recommend like the Nomad Cosmetics, the Hudson Valley, and my #1 favorite palette of the entire year, the Queen Bee from Colored Rain. This was absolutely phenomenal. I freaking love this palette so much. Such the best fall palette that's out there. I ranked it very high just because it truly is such an amazing palette. But I also really love the Nomad Cosmetics Hudson Valley. This is probably my favorite palette from them this year that I tried. I've tried, like I said, so many palettes, but this is truly incredible. And I feel like I'm rushing through this because I literally already have so many palettes sitting in front of me, but I just did a whole ranking. So I'm just kind of like hitting the basis of it. Another brand to check out would be the Huda Beauty. This is the Empowered palette. This was actually really surprising how good this was. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, because I love neutrals, but I'm not as into neutrals as I am to color, but I was actually thoroughly impressed with this. I thought this was so beautiful. Definitely well worth the price point, and I've used this several times since purchasing it, and that's how I know I like it, when I use it several times. Next, we have the Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the Whimsical Nude. Again, such a phenomenal eyeshadow palette. Laura did such a good job. This is the only one that she came out with this year, but she did so good with it. It was definitely well worth the wait. I freaking love her brand. I love her formula. I feel like she has one of those brands that's so underrated that not enough people talk about, and they really should, because it is just that bitch. It's so good. Of course, I couldn't have this video without talking about my palette that I created with Ophir Cosmetics. This is the Allie Dawson 89, which, by the way, my bundle is currently on sale right now for 50% off. So if you guys want to go get your hands on it, definitely go do so. But this is something that I curated with Ofra. I still really do love it. This is my perfect summer go-to palette, and I just think it's so beautiful, and I'm very proud of this. I'm so proud, and I love it. Next, we also have the Lunar Beauty palettes that we have this year. This is the Advent Calendar, 12 Days of Advent Calendar. I freaking love this palette, but my favorite and that I take with me every time I travel is the Lunar Beauty. This is the Nude Prism. This is actually what I'm wearing in my eyes today. I'm just wearing the shade Milk Tea with Laura all over it. Very easy. It takes 5 seconds to do. It is so beautiful. I love this palette so much. You guys know how much I've talked about this palette. I've shown you guys me using it all the time, and it's just such a beautiful palette to work with. And of course, we cannot have the best of 2022 without talking about Blend Bunny Cosmetics. We have the All Done Up palette and the Primal palette right here. These are some of the ones I tried this year besides the Dollhouse. I freaking love Blend Bunny Cosmetics so much. Their formula is one of the easiest formulas to work with. Even if you are intimidated by color because you're just like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of a beginner. Their formula is so incredible. I swear to God, it blends itself. It blends itself. It is so good. Blend Bunny does such a phenomenal job with their palettes, with their shimmers, with their mattes, with the overall theme. I'm thoroughly impressed with that brand. I love that brand so much, and I just can't wait to see what they come out with next in 2023. So, and of course, I can't forget to talk about blinged brushes. So I obviously want to put my brushes in the top 2022 best of. I mean, I'm going to anyway because like they're freaking the shit. But you guys are so freaking amazing because you guys actually sold out my brush set. Oh, what? My brush set sold out once again. I think the face set's still available, but everything else is sold out, I think, unless you buy individual brushes. So you guys are amazing. I freaking love you. But if you guys still want to get your hands on bling brushes, the Ice Queen collection is still available for purchase. You guys can use code Allie, save you guys 10% off. You guys know how much I love bling brushes. I talk about them all the time. I use them in almost every video. I love them so much. And so of course I had to talk about them, and they are absolutely in my top 2022 best of because they're so good. Oh, I definitely feel like I'm missing stuff. In my list of talking about, but these are some of my actual like holy grails that I go to all the time. I will pick back up. I'll recommend to friends, family, you guys. So if I'm missing something, I do apologize, but these are some of my absolute favorites. So these are all my best makeup of 2022. Make sure you guys head over to Ofra Cosmetics website so you guys can save you guys 50% off their sale. I know I'm going to. And thank you so much to Ofra Cosmetics for partnering up with me in today's video. You guys know how much I love Ofra so much, and it was so exciting to see them doing the end of the year sale because I haven't really seen any other brand doing it this year. It makes me so excited. So Ofra Cosmetics, thank you guys so much for partnering up with me today to talk to you guys about the sale and to talk about my favorite products because you guys know I love them. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And of course, and as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye.